30 years after the Salt Iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman. And I was right! At the end of the previous episode, I refused to leave the save screen because I had a feeling it was going to throw us right back into things, and couldn't quite remember if that was true. And I was right! So here we are. We're just going to continue right along here. There's a lot of story beats to hit. No time for dilly-dallying.
United at last in common cause, the Kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the Holy State of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long embattled realm.
Will it? Are you sure? I don't know that I believe you.
One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolffort. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolffort from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
Chapter 2, To Arms, Brave Warriors. Oh, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I love this game already, man. It's just so good.
Welcome to Castle Wolffort, Minister Lila.
Minister Lila! She is from Hyzant. She seems like an interesting character. We'll see her in a second.
Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
Remember, in the previous cutscene, we had Simon talking with Serenoa and Frederica about how, the Holy State had basically been forced into this agreement by Esfrost and Glenbrook coming together under this marriage. So, with that context in mind, this line, it hits a little rough for Lila.
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this.
Lila Viscraft, Saintly Seven, Minister of Medicine. One of the Saintly Seven. She is a woman of superior intellect who is appointed overseer of the Ministry of Medicine. She, for someone who's the overseer of the Ministry of Medicine, she sure looks very assassin-y, huh? With that dagger gripped in her hand.
Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise.
Such a surprise that it forced my country to do something we otherwise wouldn't have done.
None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son, as I recall.
Serenoa Wolffort, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolffort in Serenoa's capable hands.
The first official announcement. It's happening.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolffort, as will I.
Oh, easy, Lila, easy. You're standing in front of the man and his betrothed. Relax.
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels.
Yes, the invention of dynamite. Big developments in a world where things like salt and iron and the mining thereof are worth going to war over and naming a war after, really.
As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Of course, Father.
Okay. The politicking has begun, and will only continue, I'm sure. I'm excited to meet Dragan, though. He's fun. Lord Dragan could be anywhere. I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. Exploration! The flow of the game comprises multiple phases. In addition to story scenes and battles, there will also be an exploration phase. In this phase, you may move freely about areas to gather information from the people around you, obtain items, review mechanisms and terrain features that may serve you in battle, and more. Alright, we have our controls, and more controls. Okay, so yeah, the exploration phase is very, very important, because much like when I was talking about like doing all the story beats, because it could involve information that is very important to us, talking to characters is of vital importance for reasons that we'll get into in a little while. I heard tell that Prince Roland is shirking his duties at the castle once again. Thank heavens that shiftless child isn't in line for the crown. Wow. Harsh, my dude. Harsh. Like, look at these little huts, though. They're so charming. Like, so well designed, so pretty. Like, man. Octopath Traveler already looked so good, and then they make this, and it's like, oh my god. It's exactly as I remember games looking when I was a kid. I know it's not, but, like, it's just, they have that feel, you know? I've been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. I'm eager to hear your speech, and even more eager to see you triumph at the tourney. Well, you're gonna see some sort of triumph anyway. I sense you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture. Allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpower of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth the newly discovered vein of iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It is said Lord Dragan's knowledge of ironworking is peerless. I could think of none more suited to oversee the mine's development. Alright. Like I said, I like Dragan. I don't know if he's going to be a major character, but just what we see of him coming up, he's a character, for sure. To see the peace we enjoy now, one would never think that but 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Salt Iron War seems not but a far-off nightmare now. Yes. For anyone who's seen the original demo, you know that, we don't often get the chance to walk around somewhere that doesn't wind up potentially becoming a battlefield at some point, put it that way. By your request, Benedict and I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to House Walford. That's the plan. Hey, an item. Added Marvels of Norzelia, Volume 8 to notes. So there you go. So now we have a note, as I discussed previously. Greetings, my lord. My friends and I are playing hide and seek. Good for you, child. May you ever find victory in the battles ahead. Another HP recovery pellet. Very nice. Cat! Excellent. I forgot there was a cat in here. There's been nothing amiss, my lord. Another quiet day. We're playing hide and seek till Da comes home. Need to find a place to hide, and quick. Option 1. Take care not to hurt yourself. Your father wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. Option 2. One of my favorite games. Barrels were always my favorite places to hide. And option 3. It takes a clever mind to hide. Perhaps you can use that cleverness to help your father when you're older. That's stuffy and boring and lame. As is the first one as well. Option 2. Sereno's convictions have been strengthened. Barrels! I would have never thought of that, my lord. They'll never find me now. I speak from experience. They won't. However, there may be even better hiding places to be found around town. You're right, my lord. I'll find a hiding place no one's ever thought of before. Go get him, girl. My husband works from dawn till dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work, though, and the backbone of our livelihoods besides. There is no rest for a young lordling. All eyes will be upon you in the coming days. Frederica and I shall make every effort to learn the lay of the land, so that we might share the weight of your duties. Well, thank you, Gila. It's just like him to gallivant off with nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Serenoa? To know a town, you must take time and to relish her company. That's what Eridor told me, in perhaps more colorful words. It is the port at the center of commerce, a town built on taxes, but not at the expense of fair trade. Or, Wolfort is nested safely behind the castle walls. It is a town at peace, and sets an example for the rest of the kingdom. I don't think the first option is what Serenoa would go with here, nor is it what I think I would go with here. We don't know Frederica that well yet, so I don't want to come across as too haughty like, yes, we set an example for the rest of the kingdom. Let's just talk about what the town is. It's the center of trade. Indeed, this place truly is alive with the sound of coins changing hands and deals being struck. Wolfort lies in between Glenbrook and Hyzant, and merchants from near and far come here to sell their wares. It is the beating heart of our domain, and it is my duty to ensure the safety of all within. And you administer to your duty well, I see. The people are happy. Of that there can be no doubt. You have given me much to consider. Okay. Well, hopefully she likes the place. Another HP recovery pellet. 300 coins. Nice. We're just gonna pluck that out of the house of our our citizens who we claim to be protecting. I must make ready for the wedding ceremony. What gift would best suit the union of you and Lady Frederica? It's an impossible choice. Perhaps an audience with Lord Simone will spark inspiration. And here's the man himself, Dragan. Oh, this town is prosperous, and its people have faith in their lord. An impressive achievement by my experience. You are too kind, Lord Dragan. My apologies, but you are... The apology should be mine. I'm Serenoa Wolfort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course, I appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a while longer, but rest assured I shall be punctual in my arrival. Okay, well, mission accomplished. A lot of folk have come to town for the ceremony. I even saw a man earlier wandering about in a wide-eyed wonder. Probably Dragan. With a name like Dragan, he just sounds like he's going to be evil, but he just seems like ambitious, but well-meaning. I could scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was host of such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory? Which will be known as the fiercest in all Norzelia. I mean to be there when history is made. Good for you, buddy. Enjoy the show. Eridor! I still can't believe Travis and his feral spawn attacked your dear bride-to-be like that. I'm just glad we got there before any real harm could be done, my lord. We? You weren't there. The most esteemed personages from each nation will be attending the ceremony, I hear. A veritable melting pot of politics. Such an opportunity to meet is something or other because I accidentally skipped past it. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. Yeah, rub shoulders with the upper crust, I get it. Alright, doesn't look like there's any items in here. I think we are good to proceed onward. Let's conclude our exploration. The banquet will begin soon. Lord Dragon and I had best not arrive late. At the banquet. Much dialogue incoming, just as a heads up.
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all I need to know about House Wolfort.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke, after all, and my cousin besides. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectations were exceeded.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzam's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve.
Glad to see that Dragan here, whose art I never actually looked at. He looks far more unpleasant than my mental picture of him. But yeah, Dragan, he doesn't seem to want war. He just wants this operation to go well and be recognized for his efforts. Overseer of the Grand Norzelian Mines, Dragan Esfrost. After his father, Svarog, was all but relegated to life on the Esfrosti Outlands, he dedicated himself to his studies at the archives in hopes of restoring his family's honor. He is a young genius who discovered how to make explosives.
We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
Lila, easy girl, easy,
I
easy.
need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Okay, Dragon, easy, guys. Chill here. We're here to make friends, not bite at each other's. God, nobles, man.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
Okay, chill out, guys.
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Don't drag me into this. Just because you said, oh, Glenbrook is mediators, doesn't mean I'm here to fix your petty squabbles, my guy.
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Okay, maybe there's some historical significance to that comment, but still, like, past is the past.
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
No, but, like, regardless of what your beliefs are, like, people need salt. They need salt, right?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt, and we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
I mean, yeah. Look at the situation we're in. He's not just gonna mouth off willy-nilly. He's gonna be careful about what he says.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter.
Yes, doesn't mean we need to pick at each other, though.
However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
As long as you can be civil about it, that's what matters.
Pray, forgive my son. We of House Wolfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally.
You're politicking right now, Father. Don't throw us under the bus.
This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people should the need arise. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn. But the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause. The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few.
Okay.
All those who live require it. Not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute. But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Okay.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future. All of us. I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Okay, okay. Things
Yes,
are cooling
Father.
off a little bit. This is good. This is good. This is getting a little spicy in there, not in a good way. Tempers were flaring very quickly. Pretty sure no one in that room was even alive during the war, let alone in any sort of position of influence. So, like, chill, guys, chill. And it looks like we have a little bit of a side story here. The children of the crown speak of their father, King Regna. Do.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Ah, we have not seen Cordelia's profile before, so... Princess of Glenbrook, Cordelia Glenbrook. The third child and only daughter of King Regna, who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. She is a young princess with a graceful air about her, and prefers her kind-hearted brother Roland over the high-strung Franny.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Jeez, easy, Franny.
Yes, of course, brother.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Come on, Franny. This is how you get yourself murdered by your subjects, dude. Just chill a little bit. Like, God, Cordelia's profile said high-strung, and I'm starting to see why.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
Damn, they learned about that quick.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Oh, stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
Whew, Cordelia's voice is a little rough.
Train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Not a huge fan of super high-pitched voices like that, so...
Brother...
Ugh. Ooh, didn't like that one. I can't imagine we'll be seeing that much of Cordelia in the story, so we'll see, though. Hey, Sir Maxwell.
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
Or the Masked Man.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
Hopefully, Sir Maxwell. Hopefully.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Oh boy, here we go. Princely angst.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
All right, Maxwell. Really in the prince's corner here. Hell yeah, my guy. Also, I did want to view his profile that whole time, but even though the game named him, it didn't unlock his profile. So it just kept calling him Masked Man, and like I couldn't actually access his profile. So, okay, ever onward, away. So we see that Roland and his siblings are having some angst, and Maxwell believes that Roland...
That's what I call a feast.
Roland is looking forward to the fight, but definitely does not quite feel at place in the castle. Good times. Like I said, princely angst. Also, Dragon is drunk as shit.
You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica,
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
no apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in
Reference
Esfrost,
number like 5 or 6.
even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine.
This is not a conversation that Frederica is going to be very comfortable with, is it?
Gustadolf's
Yeah, no.
full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them.
I do like Dragon's honesty, though. I mean, yes, again, he's drunk as all hell, but there's not, like, malice coming out in that. It's just kind of jovial openness.
They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters.
This is why I like this guy. Like, he seems very relatable.
But no more. I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward.
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations. Brought by traders from the realm over.
I love the way he says that. Finest libations. Like, I gotta give props to the voice actor here. They're doing a good job of making him sound like he is just off his rocker drunk right now.
Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the war, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
Aha, a choice. It is the first step towards true harmony among our three nations. I welcome it. Or, it will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that. Or, it is impossible to understand each nation's motivations. I can't say whether this bodes well. Yeah, I don't know about that third option there. That's a little doom and gloom and a little presumptuous. That just, because I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing, it could be bad. Like, sure, anything could be bad, but better to try and at least look on it neutrally or hopefully. I feel like Cyrano is a little bit more shrewd than to just be talking about, it's the step towards true harmony. I'm a JRPG protagonist. It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that. I think that's the right choice.
It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that.
Indeed. I didn't know you had such a mercantile mind, Serenoa.
Coin drives the hearts of men and nations alike. I suspect all parties wouldn't be so eager to join hands if not for the promise of profit.
Hey, if it's what keeps things peaceful and keeps the world turning, then I mean, there's worse galvanizing efforts and actions that could happen, you know?
And when we're all able to fill our coffers, perhaps we can finally let go of old grudges.
A sensible perspective. I didn't know you had such a practical mind.
God, Dragan's losing it. He just keeps talking about our mind in various ways.
In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe.
God.
I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn.
I love his voice acting in this scene. This is so great.
Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be writ large for all to see! And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall
He's like so earnest, man. Like he's talking about his ambitions and everything, but he's like, and my cousin and you, I would see you raised to glory as well. Like, thanks, Dragon. You're absolutely toasted right now, my guy, but thank you. Oh, yep, he's losing it. He's done.
Dan, are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy.
Tipsy.
Just like...
I love this guy. Oh, yep. Done like dinner. Oh my god.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little.
It's not like it's bad ambition though, man. Like he knows what he wants and he wants to move the world forward as he gets what he wants. That's reasonable. That's best for everyone.
Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and trueborn siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces.
Hell yeah.
But I also agree with Lord Simon that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
I do definitely like that Frederica is like, she's just kind of got thrown into this as part of a political wheeling and dealing scheme. She's looked down on by people. She obviously has insecurities about her hair and her heritage, and like the fact that it singles her out for some sort of prejudicial treatment that we're not fully aware of yet. But even so, she's like, no, I'm going to do what I can to make the world better, to make things better, and live up to my role. I admire that. That takes strength of heart.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
I love the image of these two just carrying Dragan's drunk ass through the halls of the home. Like, yep, this is what my life is now.
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
What is this?
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Is this like Benedict's wife or something?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years, you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those...
Is this Simon's wife? Oh, his heart.
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
It's giving in again.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you. For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands.
Okay, so this is Simon's wife's grave, Serenoa's mother's grave, and yet Benedict is here looking wistfully at it? And he was her most trusted advisor? You know, Serenoa is a little bit of a stringy lad. Is there a sordid history here that Lord Simon may or may not be aware of? Is Serenoa not his son at all, perhaps, but Benedict's? Maybe. Maybe. Clearly Benedict had some sort of affection for Simon's wife.
My old dear friend, long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Curiouser and curiouser. Let's see here. Anything in particular going on? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Simon gathers the members of House Wolfort to announce his abdication. Well, here's what's going to happen here, folks. I think I'm going to have to call this one here, because we're already at like 35, 40 minutes, and holy smokes, there's more to come. Like, I know there's all of the pre-tourney stuff as well, so I think we're going to call this one here, and next time, we're going to try and get the rest of the conversations and the actual combat of the tourney rolled into one. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Mainly because, like, the tourney fight is fairly condensed from what I remember from the demo, so I think we'll be able to roll all of that into one episode. So for now, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would enjoy this series or any of my other content, if you could shoot them a link, that'd just be swell. Also, if you've been enjoying my videos, why not watch another one? There's plenty of options down there in the description and on the channel as a whole, so check it out, and that would do me a world of good. With all of that said, though, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.